our predictions for the 2024
United States
Grand Prix. Tommy, we are in the middle of our North American tour. We've done 2 shows. We've got Chicago tonight. We've got a few more, ending in Austin on Sunday. And we're going to get into predictions. So let's dive into biggest good surprise. I have gone for Alex Albon. Apparently, Albon is now washed after literally a couple of races. Everyone's lost belief in him, but I haven't, okay? He's going to step out the blocks in Austin and he's going to show us why he has been so highly rated for so long. I think that Colapinto, don't get me wrong, has done an incredible job, and that's not to take away anything from him, but Albon is still a very decent driver, and I believe he will have a good weekend this weekend in Austin.
Interesting. So biggest good surprise, I've gone for Lewis Hamilton. I feel like he's good around Austin, that from memory. Of course, got disqualified last year, but he did very well. Before that,
he did very well.
He did work very well before he got disqualified. And Hamilton always brings his A game to America, so looking forward to another disqualification and 0 points for me. But no, I've gone for Lewis Hamilton. I think he's going to have a great race.
Okay, biggest flop. So off the back of not being last in Singapore, I've gone for Sauber.
What?
I feel as though, right, neither of them finished last, okay, in Singapore. So that they are going to be so far off the back. Bottas and Zhou will be fighting amongst themselves, and they will be nowhere near the rest of the field, okay? So
Yeah, because you're going for like notoriously the worst team, so it has to be really bad.
yeah, but let's not forget, in Singapore they were fantastic. So yeah, look, let's see what happens, and we can discuss it once the results are in. But I feel as though Sauber is going to be terrible around here.
Biggest flop, I have gone for Nico Hülkenberg. I went for K-Mag last time as biggest good surprise, and he failed me. So I'm not going to back K-Mag, but it's almost like a backing of K-Mag, because if he even beats Hülkenberg, I'm counting that as the biggest flop for
In any session.
Hülkenberg. I've just got the vibes that Hülkenberg's not going to have a good weekend, so
Wow.
that's what I'm going for.
Let's go to sprint pole. I've gone for Lando Norris. I do not believe Red Bull are going to roll out a car that is going to fix all of their problems. I feel as though McLaren will still be the strongest car. I feel as though Austin will be a great track for them. And Lando Norris has to win everything. So that's what I'm thinking right now. And he's got his whole, a little bit of a mental challenge with the whole pole and not keeping it. He's going to get pole, and well, we'll see if he keeps it in my predictions.
Sprint pole I have gone for Max Verstappen.
Yeah, I knew it. I knew it. It's crazy.
Yeah. I feel like sprint weekends is where Max, normally when he doesn't need to dial in the car and he can just come straight out of the blocks, one practice session, boom, done. That's why I'm going for Max. I don't necessarily think they're going to be like, start of the season good. It's crazy to think that it's almost a bold prediction to put Max in P1 these days based on the form, but I feel like he's going to bounce back, and he always goes well in America as well, so that's what I'm going for.
Sprint winner, Lando Norris. The reasonings are he's in a really fast car and
should win.
No, look, I back it now. One, because I really want a championship fight, but two, why would you bet against them? They've been great all year long, and it's time for Lando to just hush the critics slightly. Off the back of Singapore, where he still got criticised for, yes, nearly binning it, but didn't, and he won the race by over 20 seconds. Let's see what he does in Austin.
Indeed, I am also of agreement, because I have gone for sprint winner Lando Norris as well. Ever since we got back from the proper break, not this month break, but the official kind of shutdown, they have been unbelievable. I think, they could have easily won all of them. Lando could have easily won all of them. He's won 2 in very dominant fashion as well. So they're going to be very good again. And when it comes to the race, I think he's going to get the sprint W.
Okay, pole position, the main one, the proper one, Lando Norris. It's a clean sweep. Just copy and paste what I said for sprint pole for pole position.
Same for me, because I've also gone for Lando Norris for pole position. The reason I've mixed it up between the two pole positions, I do think it would be close. But I think once they're a bit more dialed in and they've had more running, McLaren will, unlock even more pace than they normally have and deliver in the kind of proper qualifying session for the Grand Prix. So it's weird how the way we started the season was like, Max Verstappen P1, do I need to explain? And now it's Lando Norris, which is really weird to think that he's not even leading the championship, but the car is just so good now.
Let's go to our top 3 then. In third position, I've gone for Oscar Piastri. Yeah, he'll be, again, very quick. He'll be around there. I just don't think he'll be as quick as the 2 that I've gone for in my top 2.
Okay, P3, I am going with my biggest good surprise, Lewis Hamilton. I think he's going to have a very good race, as I kind of explained in biggest good surprise, but not good enough to dethrone the top 2.
Who's the top 2? Well, in my second place, Max Verstappen.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that as much as I said that Red Bull won't come out the blocks and start being the fastest car again, I expect Red Bull to take a step forward. I just don't think they'll overthrow McLaren. And with Max, especially last time out in Singapore, finishing second, he clearly was, getting the most out of that car very easily and has done for pretty much the entire season. So I expect the same thing here this weekend. And Max P2.
P2, I've gone for Lando Norris. Yeah, I think he's going to be very, very quick around here, but not good enough for the main victory. I do think it's going to be very close, the season. And even though my head and every kind of prediction I've kind of always thought, yeah, McLaren, they haven't done it. So that's why I've gone for Lando P2.
Okay, well, my P1, finishing the clean sweep, is Lando Norris. So I'm glad you haven't gone for the same, otherwise we would just be pretty much level going into the next Grand Prix
Massing
weekend again.
All the way to the finish.
Just do the same thing all the way to Abu Dhabi. I echo your thoughts. Obviously amazing for Formula One to be back, and I think that this kind of result that I've predicted will do us wonders once again to go into the next 5 Grand Prix with 2 more sprints after that to really have an amazing championship battle. So yeah, Lando should, has to, and will win, in my opinion.
He won't, because Max Verstappen is going to win the US Grand Prix. Feels like far too long since we've heard the Dutch national anthem. And I think he's going to come back. He'll have fixed some of the problems, maybe not all of them. Even last year, he kind of struggled, didn't he, a little bit in like qualifying and stuff, and turned it around for the race. So that's what I'm going for again, that we're going to get Max just bring everything out of that car. He's done it in a few of the other races as well, even the last one. I was very concerned we were going to get about a 7th or 8th place, but he finished second, albeit 20 seconds off the lead. And I'm going to stop talking before I convince myself that he's not going to win.
Let's go to our one crazy prediction. And I've been in the kitchen for this one. And I'm saying that Colapinto does not beat Albon in either quali or race sessions. That's SQ3, Q3, and both races. Albon will beat him in every single one of them.
People won't believe this because
Wait, what have
I
you
kind of
done?
need to show you the sheet to prove that I've not just done a reactive thing. Because my one crazy prediction is Colapinto in the points and Albon not. Which I'm now regretting because your biggest good surprise is normally quite good. But I didn't know Colapinto in the points maybe isn't big enough for like a bold crazy prediction. So I've gone for the fact that he's in the points ahead of Albon, and Albon doesn't get a point.
3 crazy predictions from you, wonderful lot. Firstly, P1 Patreon member Justin F194. Max and Lando both finish outside the points.
That must be a collision.
That's an insane one, because firstly being outside the points and secondly finishing outside of the points.
Oh yeah, true.
That would be probably the craziest prediction we've ever had that would come in, like for sure.
Yeah.
Because how many times has Max actually finished outside the top 10?
Very
Hardly
true.
at all in all of his Grand Prix. P1 Patreon member Kian LR, 2 or more Formula A DNFs. Formula A being the top 4 teams. So let's see, 2 or more. Interesting.
Any DNF is a bold
So just
prediction
any crash,
nowadays,
basically.
but Formula A, yeah, definitely.
Any collision. And finally, P1 Patreon member Longo1996, Lawson finishes in the points. Of course, Liam Lawson.
Of course, yes.
Yeah, I haven't even mentioned he's in the car, obviously, after replacing Daniel Ricciardo. finishing in the points would be quite the statement, wouldn't it? Straight out the blocks.
Their car has fallen off a lot, which is why I do think it's going to be difficult for Lawson to actually get a lot of points. But if he beats Tsunoda, it does seem like there's a chance for him. So, yes, another debutant. Well, not debutant.
Debutant.
A returning driver.
Returning debutant.
So many driver switches.
Can't keep up, can you, mate?
No, just
so much
too
going
much
on.
F1.
So much going on. Too much F1. We've had no F1, but F1 is back.
Yes.
Finally! We can talk about some Formula One racing again. Tell me what your final thoughts.
North America has lived up to the expectation. We've only done 2 shows so far, but oh my word, the noise, the whooping, the cheering, the waving. Yeah, you guys have delivered big time. So looking forward to the other shows.
Absolutely. So if you are in the likes of Los Angeles, Seattle, Austin, what else?
Those.
That's
they're
it.
The last 3, yeah.
Then get some tickets, okay? We'll see you there. All right. Sweet dreams. Take care. Keep pushing in the gym. Lots of love. Bye.
Goodbye.